All right, a beloved local restaurant getting ready to open their 17th location here in Washington State. We're talking about Ezell's Famous Chicken, who opened their very first store all the way back on February 3rd, 1984. And Kelly is out on the patio this morning with president and co-founder Louis Rudd. And Kelly, we have this monitor in the studio, which we can see what you have out there. And we're talking about lots of chicken. There was so much food on that table.
Spicy strip.
Yeah, you know, we're just having a picnic. My buddy Louis and I, we're just here ready to have a good time. And he has all the best stuff. I mean, if you're familiar with Ezell's, you know the classics, you know the hits. We got mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw. Are those the spicy tenders?
Oh, spicy tenders right here.
How did you know? How did you know?
I know your favorite. I know your favorite.
All right, so we got Louis Rudd joining us today. This is so exciting. You know, Steve was just talking in there about the introduction, how the first location opened up in 84.
1984.
Let's go back to the beginning. When did you open that first location, and when was the moment when you thought, oh, I'm onto something. I got to expand this.
It was February 3rd, 1984. It was a Friday afternoon, and they had bubbling brown sugar going on over at Garfield High School.
Okay.
So they had Cleveland High School, Rainier Beach High School, Franklin High School. They had high schools from Roosevelt were there. So we were able to introduce the chicken to the community at large. And from day one, it was just a line out the door, and we knew we had something special.
Well, you really do. We're big fans in our household, and I know that for sure. What's it been like to watch it grow? I mean, it's a name that is known. It's not just a Seattle thing. I mean, it's known across the country.
You know, it was intentional. So we started out with a vision statement, and it says to build a world-class brand. And we knew that if we continued with the consistency with the fresh chicken, never frozen, good homemade side dishes, that potato salad, the mac and cheese, the coleslaw, everything made from scratch, and fast, courteous service. You know, that was our mission. And then we have 3 words in our value statement: honesty, loyalty, and relationships. And it's the relationships that have kept us in business over the years. The community partners from day one, you know, we were embraced in the central area there from the community. And it's just been an ongoing thing, you know, and we've just stayed true to that vision, the mission, and those values.
And from that location, now 17 locations, and very exciting, especially for Eastsiders, because we've got the Kirkland location opening up. When is this happening? Tell me about some of the fanfare while I nosh on a spicy tender.
Yeah, well, you know, there's so many highlights along the way. And so the most popular one is when Oprah came to town, and she was working with a production company doing a production for kids, and she asked where she could get some good chicken, and she got some Ezell's, and she loved it. From there, we went back to Chicago, catered for her birthday party, and she basically put us on the map. We had people driving up from Longview, Washington, driving down from Bellingham, waiting 2.5 hours to get the chicken.
Oh my gosh, I believe it. So let's talk a little bit about what we have right here, because your menu has all kinds of options. This is going to be an impossible question I'm going to ask you, but I have to ask, do you have a favorite?
Right now,
favorite item on your menu?
My favorites have evolved over the years. You know, I go back and forth.
Very diplomatic.
Yes, you know. So the bone-in chicken initially, and it was always the leg. And then I went from that to I like the spicy thigh, and then I get beans and potato salad, and I mix the bean and the potato salads together, and a roll, and I got my dish, right?
That's the pro move. You got to mix the sides.
Yeah, got to mix them. Yes. Today, you know, I'm on the 3 chicken tenders, original, and a slice of sweet potato pie. That's my go-to now.
Okay, and you know what? The rolls, I'll also add, are just spot on. And I was just telling you this before we got started here. What I love about the potato salad is it's not just like one big chunk, but it's so mushed up. You get a little bit of all that goodness in each and every bite. It's just so wonderful. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this initiative you also have in supporting black businesses? What was the motivation behind that, and how's it going?
Well, you know, when the pandemic hit, there were so many black business owners and entrepreneurs that did not have access to capital. And once we found that out, I contacted our rep at DoorDash, and they became a charter partner in an initiative that we founded called the Rudd's Rub Initiative. Now, when we were kids growing up in East Texas, whenever there was something that hurt, the elders in the neighborhood would say, "Come here, let me rub that for you." And so RUB became the acronym for Raising Up Black Businesses, unapologetically. Right? So There was one particular business that was doing graphic design work, printing, that printed our very first menus. And due to no fault of his own, the shelter-at-home ban was going to cause him to go out of business. That rose, after hearing about that, the level of awareness was such that we went on that mission to raise funds, and we raised over $110,000. We gave out grants. We thought we'd get maybe 80 to 100 applications. We had over 500 applications that came in for those grants. And through that process, we also came to understand not only is it necessary and important to have access to capital, but also access to information. So out of that was born the Black Business Leadership Conference. And it's not exclusively for Black business owners, but the focus is on Black business owners. Too many times I would go to conferences over the years, and I would be maybe one of 5 Black business owners in that space out of hundreds and sometimes over 1,000.
Right.
And the information being shared there was just so important around technology, just business practices, accounting, security, insurance. And so not only did we want to be able to support the Black entrepreneurs through providing grants, but let's provide an environment where they can get access to information that would be helpful.
You're doing some great work, and the impact on the community is felt, that's for sure, and the need definitely there too.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to have a little picnic down here. Steve, you're welcome to come down whenever you'd like.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, we got all kinds of friends out here who decided to magically show up for this segment. Isn't that a surprise?
Isn't that convenient?
Man, we brought enough for the family.
Okay.
You know, we're going to treat them
enough.
like family.
Yeah, so we're good. Don't worry, there's plenty to go around.
I was going to say, I want to put it in order already. I want some of those spicy strips, a little bit of potato
spicy?
salad.
Yep.
A little mac and cheese. Is that bacon on top of there?
Okay, we can.
Yeah, so we got
No bacon.
spicy
We got
here,
we got
original,
spicy.
Okay.
spicy tenders, original tenders, mac and cheese, good potato salad, coleslaw, and those fresh baked rolls.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I might not need to come back up. You could just probably finish the show yourself, Steve,
You
right?
know, I got you. I got you. Just eat, enjoy, and be merry. All right, thanks, Kelly.
Okay, Lewis and I will hang out. We'll throw it back to you.
All right, thank you, Fred. Still